So 52 Audio in a recent report told us there could be a sensor within AirPods Pro 2 that measures your heart rate and also your temperature. Now this did seem kind of pointless, and I was against this, and Gurman does agree with me and says this is unlikely, so let's delve into it. CS Gurman in this new report says, from his sources, he said there are no plans to give us a body temperature or heart rate sensor within these AirPods. While this was internally tested, there's a very low chance we could see it with the 2022 AirPods Pro 2, though Gurman says we could see it with a future AirPods release. Now, to be honest, I'm not surprised we're not going to see this with AirPods Pro 2 because, as I've said in the past, this would be kind of pointless with AirPods. Many AirPods users already have Apple Watches with a plethora of sensors, and with the Series 8 already getting a temperature sensor built in, I do think it's kind of redundant for the AirPods to also get it. And when internal space is so restricted within these AirPods, I do think they're better off giving us a bigger battery inside instead of compromising on that space and giving us these health features. So yes, on the whole, I'm pretty glad we're not getting these sensors. Anyways, let's delve into your thoughts regarding these AirPods Pro 2 rumors. So Sheriff Q says, I really hope they make the batteries last longer because that's my biggest problem with them, and yes, I agree the battery life should be improved, and I'm hoping Apple does address that with AirPods Pro 2. I mean, AirPods 3 have better battery life than the OG AirPods Pro, so that needs to be fixed, and giving us a bigger battery inside in the first place could of course make battery life much better in the long term, since the small batteries we have now degrade fast. Anyways, James says, the stems make handling them easy. I'd be way more interested in different colours than a design change. And yes, again, I'm completely with you, the stems do serve a purpose. They're very much part of the iconic AirPods design, so I don't see Apple getting rid of that with these new AirPods Pro, but of course, a matte black option would be great. I would love to see that, but I think the white has kind of become iconic and it does help the AirPods stand out, so maybe Apple's going to retain that. So Ratna Mani says, hope they fit the ears unlike the recent AirPods 3rd gen. And while that's a great thing about the AirPods lineup, because for those who do not like the hard tips of the regular AirPods, we have AirPods Pro with the silicone tips that I much prefer, and so yes, I do think AirPods Pro are going to be a much better fit, especially with the customizable silicone tips. So MF makes a good point that I do want to mention, and that is, he would get AirPods Max 2nd gen if he could trade in and receive a discount towards the new pair. Now this would be genius because battery replacement fees for these AirPods are very expensive, and so for the many of us who decide to just buy a new pair instead, having a small discount when you trade in your existing pair would be pretty nice. Also, AirPods in general aren't great for the environment, and so this trade-in program could not only give us a discount, but could also of course reduce the waste produced by older AirPods. Now I'm sure the trading credit for these AirPods won't be that amazing, but every little helps, and I do very much hope Apple gives us a trade-in program for these AirPods. So Luke O'Connor says, don't at all care about lossless, I just want Bluetooth to be better, and yes, I do have the odd connectivity issues with my AirPods now and then, so fixing that would be appreciated. And hey, maybe the H2 chip in this and Bluetooth 5.2 combined could improve things. So Marit says, I think they should keep the current design, it's already iconic at least for me, and the leaked images are definitely not a design improvement. And yes, after the renders we got from 52 Audio, I'm pretty confident we're not getting a major redesign for AirPods Pro 2, and that is a relief, to be honest. I don't think we need stemless AirPods just yet, and the AirPods Pro design definitely is perfect as is. So Aaron says, codec improves almost nothing to the audio quality, amplification, chamber design, driver design, and tonality choices are 95% of the reasons why an earphone could sound good. good. And fair point, I'm not an audiophile, so I do have very limited knowledge when it comes to audio with AirPods, but even if the lossless codec only gives us a small improvement, I'm sure the audiophiles and those who want to test out the feature on Apple Music are gonna appreciate it. And yeah, ultimately it's the principle for me, because if Apple's offering a service and you can't use all the features of that service with their own hardware, that needs to be fixed. And so while many might not care about lossless audio support, I do think Apple should include it when Apple Music offers it as standards with all their plans. But yes, I do hope we see improvements to the actual drivers and how the audio has been tuned with these AirPods, though I will say to my non-audiophile ears, AirPods Pro sound fantastic, so I would not be annoyed if the audio quality does not see a massive improvement. So Joe says, I don't really care much about lossless audio, but Apple needs to support this. I would like to see improved spatial audio. And yes, I'm completely with you, Joe. Spatial audio is fantastic, but improving that even further with AirPods Pro 2 would be great. And if it's even more immersive, that really is going to be quite nice. And yes, much like yourself, I also don't care about lossless audio, though I do want to test it, and so I do think future AirPods should support it. So Ahmed Rizal says, do you think they won't give lossless audio support to the iPad Pro 3rd gen that uses the A12X chip? And well, unfortunately, yes, I don't think this iPad's gonna get it. Now yes, I know the A12X is still a very fantastic chip, but I'm sure part of this cap is due to, of course, Apple wanting to upsell you to the new iPads, and clearly they are restricting newer features with those older iPads within iPadOS itself. For example, Stage Manager only works with M1 iPads, and so yeah, I do think there's going to be more restrictions and more features that are exclusive to newer iPads. But yeah, that does suck because those 2018 iPad Pros were definitely ahead of their time and they are still very good iPads, but clearly Apple wants you to upgrade. Anyways, that's about it guys, but if you have any other comments and thoughts regarding these new AirPods, let me know below. Anyways, thank you for watching guys, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumours. Check out the video above on details regarding the iPhone 14 series, and on that note I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya peeps!